Okay guys, I'm here today with Dima Murovanni. Huge honor for me. Thanks for being here, Dima. First time here in Boston in the studio. And guys, today Dima is gonna show us here how to do what you call like the connections from the top, which you believe is the main skill to in ADCC.
Yeah, I think historically speaking, the main skill, and you only needed this once. You didn't only need this, but this was the main skill, connection from top. So the ability to connect on your terms.
There you go. Yeah, and you can do that from anywhere, or it's like in a specific scenario in the jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, so I look at this as the first engagement, right? So you can do it everywhere. You can do it from the bottom, you can do it from the top, you can do it from the standing. But historically speaking, where it makes the most sense to use it, or where the people had the most success, is from top. So pretty much you see people teaching a lot of moves from the guard, how to finish a single leg X sweep, how to play X guard. But how many times did you see people teaching the skill of connection from the bottom to actually make the connection? I don't think many people are thinking about this. And from top, this is easier to exploit then. So what I mean is, if you are in the seated guard, Bernardo. Exactly. And it doesn't really matter if he's supine or seated. The skill of connecting on your terms is pretty much I decide where the first connection will take place. So I could be, for example, like I don't want to get connected at all. So if I don't want to get connected at all, I will just copy what the wrestlers are doing. I need to have a good posture. Because my partner is unathletic, if I want to be mobile, I will have one leg in front, okay? But if I want to determine where the first connection takes place, I will always be like this. Why? Because my head is second and my hands are first. So now if Bernardo tries to go into my legs, he needs to get past my hands first. If he gets past my hands, he gets past my leg. And even if he has my leg here, if he tries to pull me in, it's actually quite difficult because he needs to beat my head position first, right? So let's reverse engineer this. What I will do as the top player is look at what comes first. So you see, in this case, Bernardo's legs are first. So why should I bother to grab his head or his hand? My hands are first. So the only thing that I have to do is grip the leg. So now, because I grip the leg, I will also lower my head position. So now it doesn't matter what Bernardo wants to do, I won the first exchange. So if he tries to pull me in, I can force him supine, okay? Or I can do other things. If, for example, his head would come first, so he's leaning very wide forward, exactly. From here, what I would do is exploit his head position. So every time the head position is in front of the hip, I can snap. Guys, you can snap even in passing. You don't need to do it in standing only. If he doesn't like me to snap, what he will do, he will try to go back. And if he goes back, his head is behind his hips now. So now I can start pushing action. Okay, I can start pushing action. I can also start pulling action. But I always have my head position in it. Let me show you why. If I don't have my head position in it while I do this, I'm pretty much inviting Bernardo to pull me into a guard. Exactly. And then I have a problem. But if I have head position, if he now tries to pull me in, it's quite hard. And from here, I'm falling into Bernardo the whole time. You have to imagine I'm like a little car that is constantly driving forward the moment I have head position. There's a big difference of being here and being here, okay? The second thing, or the second demonstration was me falling into my partner. And this is applying pressure. So let's repeat this one more time. I look at my partner, what comes first? Sometimes the hands will come first. So if the hands come first, I will monitor the hands. I don't even need to grip them, I just need to monitor them. So now if Bernardo tries to do anything, try to grab me, try to do something, it's very, very hard. And then, if I control the hands, that's pretty much it. If you know Habib, he says, if you have both wrists, it's over. And I agree also from passing. If I have both wrists, now what I can do to reinforce the grips, I can put my weight into his grips with head position. So now if Bernardo tries to do anything, it's quite hard. I could also push one into him and one into me. You guys see, I'm just reinforcing the grips. So now if he tries to move me or do anything, it's actually quite hard. Even if he has an inside hook, if he tries to use it, it's quite hard. And I'm falling into Bernardo the whole time. And head position is not only strong below the head, it's even stronger below the knee. So now I can switch the grips while I fall into the hip and knee post. So now, when I fall, my head is below the knee. And that means pressure. We can apply pressure by three things: weight, movement, and technical pressure. Technical pressure is pretty much just being one step ahead. So your partner is freaking out and pushing you away. And with this kind of passing, you're applying all three. You apply weight with the head position, you apply movement with your legs, and you apply technical pressure if you dominate what comes first. Okay, if my partner is supine, I could do the same, but now it's even better because my partner is even less athletic. Now he can't even scoot into me anymore. So now what we need to develop, the number one thing is to be heavy on your grips. Okay, so if you just see people gripping the legs, outflanking their partner and then passing, this will never work against someone good. Bernardo is good. So if he uses his guard properly and he really doesn't don't try to let me pass. You see, I'm not breaking his posture. He's concave the whole time. I can only break his posture by falling into Bernardo. So if I have, for example, 2 V grips, now instead of just pushing it away, I'm falling into him the whole time. Have a good guard. Yeah, you see, I'm falling into him the whole time. It looks the same to you. But if Bernardo would be gone, I would fall. And this is the difference between understanding what you do and just copying what you see. So now I will do the same experiment. Try to retain guard. Continue, continue, continue. Actually retain. You guys see what I mean? Because I put weight into the grips. So if you have weight in the grips, you apply pressure. And now Bernardo has only one choice. He can't just windshield wiper. He needs to strip my grip. So the moment he goes for my grip and strips it, try to strip my grip with your hands. Exactly. This is the moment where I can start applying movement pressure. And now from here we can switch into different passing methods. Okay? If you switch into different passing methods, you need to have the ability to kill the hip. So what I mean by that, especially in the camping position, what you see most people do from here is just blocking the hip. Okay? But if someone good is there, they will extend you away with their arms, and now they can push or pull their leg back in. Exactly. So, how can you beat this? You kill the hip. If you guys saw my other videos, if we already posted them, we always try to kill the root of all evil. And the legs come from the hip. So instead of just pushing into the hip, I will pull the hip to me. And what I do by that is I concave my partner. If I concave my partner, he can't extend anymore. So try to frame me away, Bernardo, and put the leg back in.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard because now I kill the hip and my whole weight is falling into him. So now what I do is applying pressure. And you can apply pressure by weight, movement, or technique. So I'm not even trying to pass. Try to push me away, Bernardo. I'm just staying here, okay? My whole weight is here and I try to progress, progress, progress until my partner is tired. Okay, so what is this all about? It's about staying safe and applying pressure, and also the ability to make the first connection. If you look, historically speaking, at ADCC champions, a lot of them had the ability, so you couldn't do jiu-jitsu with them, even if you would have the best single leg X guard. How can you use it if you can't connect into it because I control the legs? You can't. So this skill is one of the more important skills in the history, okay? Another thing that you could do after you already manage the first connection, or if you want to manage the first connection, you can also decide to go into a split squat, but on your terms. You know, if I just step into a split squat like this, Bernardo will grip my leg and turn it into a reverse de la Hiva, okay? This could be potentially bad for me. So how can I do this without turning it into a reverse de la Hiva? Where's the problem coming from? From the hip, from his hands. So if I put my weight into his legs, now if I step to the inside and he tries to go into a reverse de la Hiva, it's quite hard because my weight is on the legs. And this is what you need to develop. You need to ask your partner, do you feel any weight here? No. Do you feel any weight now? Yes. So try to keep the guard. Try to not let me put your legs away. Really keep the guard.
You gotta just follow, kind of.
Yeah, I follow and then I put my whole weight into it. And this is something very complicated to understand because most people use the skill to not get entangled. So what most people do is try to entangle me, Bernardo. They're just fighting the hands, they're fighting their legs, they have the head position, they have the elbows low, try to entangle me, Bernardo. It's actually quite hard. They stay here, they force the partner supine, and so on. But the next level is to actually apply pressure. And this is where the future will go.
There you go. So the goal, your goal is kind of like to approach and continue, not just like approach. Most people on your vision, they're just kind of like step in and out kind of thing,
Yeah.
versus stepping in and continuing.
Yeah, I think this is what we historically saw in ADCC, and this is why you saw a lot of matches going 0-0, right? But we want to progress with the current time, and I think right now the best outside passers, they do a really good job of not only not getting entangled, but applying pressure. In jiu-jitsu or passing, I don't look at this as like inside passing, outside passing, cross-face passing. I look at it like who can apply the most pressure. And pressure can be technical, with weight or movement. So even if you blitz pass someone, it was because of technical pressure. Okay? And this is what I look at the whole time. Not at passing, but how can I make you suffer during the process?
There you go. No, that makes total sense. And Dima, you have a lot of instructions with us at BJJ Fanatics. Which one it kind of plugs on what you explained in this video?
Yeah, so I would recommend the 6 essential skills connection from top. And I'm not only showing the techniques of how to pass, how to not get entangled. I explain the whole skill in a system and as a whole. So pretty much you will be able to use it for your favorite guard passing or whatever feels right to you, with also a lot of examples. So 6 essential skills, connection top.
There you go. Guys, make sure to check it out. It's already at bjjfanatics.com. And as you can see, like, Dima is an amazing instructor. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you, Dima.
Thank you, Bernardo.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJfanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.